YouTube, what's good? Senju, back at it again with another video. So today we're going to be talking about the alternative M13 setup. Now, the reason why I've been going over the M13 so much is because this is basically the best weapon in Warzone now. And that's because this thing literally does everything that you want an AR to do, but it has the mobility of kind of a small SMG, I guess you can say. Now, also, before we get right into it, I'm pretty sure that you can tell the mic has come in. We now have crystal clear sound quality. Like, this thing picks up everything in front of me. The only problem is my PS4 still sounds like a jet engine, and the darn thing is so loud that it actually gets picked up in the mic, which is something that I was hoping would not happen. But apparently I'm gonna have to take a day or two, go through this thing and figure out why in the world it's so freaking loud and try to fix that, so at least we don't have to deal with that until the PS5 comes out. Then when the PS5 comes out, hopefully they will have done something in the PS5 software that doesn't cause it to sound like a jet engine for being on for too long. But anyway, with this new setup, we are now capable of pretty much doing anything, literally anything, and I couldn't be more excited. The future's bright. The future is now bright. We are set up. We got the mic, we got the mix amp, the headset, the laptop. We're good, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this video. Okay, so on screen now you are looking at my custom M13 build. With this build, the entire philosophy behind the customization of the M13 this way was to create a build where you not only have to deal with severely lessened recoil, but you have a high ammo capacity so that you're able to down multiple targets without having to reload. You have decent mobility, but the kicker is that your bullet velocity is just through the roof, meaning that when targets start to kind of push that 50 to 100 meter range, you don't have to lead as much to follow up with consistent shots and down the target. However, with the alternative build that we're going to be testing out today, that apparently, you know, everybody's just head over heels over, is basically recreating the Honey Badger from Call of Duty Ghost. In case you don't know what that is, that's basically the M13 with the integrated monolithic suppressor and a red dot sight. So, in order to recreate this build, what you need to do is take off the marksman, toss on the cyclone. The reason why I do not like this is because even though, yes, you do get the barrel as well as the integrated monolithic suppressor, you lose bullet velocity and you also lose range. You don't get as much as you get from the marksman. The marksman gives you a 35% range increase, and in addition to that, the bullet velocity bonus that you get in return is a lot bigger. Yeah, you can lose ADS speed and movement speed, but with the application of the skeleton stock over putting on a red dot, you do not actually lose anything. You actually just gain everything. You get the 35% increase, and because you are running the marksman barrel, you do not have to run a commando foregrip to reduce the idle sway and the recoil, meaning that you can toss on the monolithic suppressor instead and get an additional 7.5% range bonus on top of the 35%, equaling 42% total. And with the addition of putting on the skeleton stock in replacement for the reflex on the alternative M13 build, you gain mobility and ADS speed. However, with this right here, you lose all of that. But a lot of people are running it, so we're gonna test it to see what the whole thing is about. So, in addition to that, they removed the skeleton stock and they replaced the skeleton stock with the GI mini reflex. Then they add the commando foregrip. Literally, the only thing that I really see you gaining from this entire build versus my custom build is the fact that your target acquisition may be a tad bit better because your sights are going to be cleaner with the GI mini reflex. Not only that, but the commando foregrip does reduce the auto sway that you get, as well as the side-to-side horizontal recoil that you receive, which I guess is cool, but the M13 already has no recoil, which is why it's not necessary to run a commando foregrip. But we're going to test this build today, and we're going to see exactly how it can perform. Let's go ahead, let's get into this gameplay.
Supply cache. Secure that position.
Okay. So, we are basically back in solos. Enough of the trios content. I might actually, try to build me a squad and start running around in some trios because y'all solos is just becoming a place of nothing but a bunch of camping and unnecessary nonsense. Like, it's so annoying, man. Okay, let's see. We'll grab this right here. I don't know why I picked that up. I was more of hoping that was going to be a UAV. Okay, let's see. I'm not seeing anybody here, which is actually surprising. I would have expected like 9,000 people to drop here. I'm surprised nobody's in these places, to be honest with you. Like, typically, dude, you find an entire army of people hiding in here.
Next objective located.
Okay. So, basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this car, and I'm just gonna use this to hurry up and get the search mission over with, grab a loadout, and then, I guess we're just gonna go box some dudes up. Is that a guy hiding up there? It sure is. Look at this guy. Looks like a gulag respawn, maybe. Yep, don't know what you thought you were doing, but okay,
Enemy
chief.
UAV overhead.
Grab the gas mask, got the money. Let's go ahead and go buy a loadout box from right here, since it's right here anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and dip. We're gonna go ahead and go to my secluded location where I typically like to buy loadouts anyway. And, oh, well, would you looky there? Yeah, you're gonna live today. Just for today, because I'm gonna go ahead and get this loadout and then I'll come in. Why, kid? I let you live. Like, I could have easily went and ran you into the front door, but I decided to just, I gave that man the benefit of the doubt, and he still shot at the whip. What a terrible, terrible person. Alright, let's go ahead and just cast this thing right here. Drop this piece of garbage here, because I really don't need this. Alright. Let's go ahead and figure out where everybody's at. Well, yes, I do have the snake shots as backup because people like to camp corners. I'm not a big fan of that. So, if there's any way that I can sit over here and get rid of these dudes. I see somebody running up there on the hills. Am I gonna catch him? Probably not. Still gonna go for it anyway. Alright, I see him. Okay, let's go ahead and catch this man. Get him on up out of here, because what we don't need is a camper. Look at this guy. I don't even think he realizes that I'm behind him. Just gonna go ahead and delete this guy once I get a clear shot. Broke his armor. I'm gonna push the tree. How do you have a self-res already?
Enemy UAV overhead. Closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go push this recon spot. Try to find out where the next ring is. And then, hopefully look at that. Yep, that's what I was waiting on right there.
Overhead.
That right there. That guy's trying to push the loadout drop. Need to go on ahead and get him. Alright, since I can see the loadout drop, I can actually hop on top of this roof, maybe? Nah.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Where is he at? Oh, he's in the door. I'm gonna push him with the snake shots.
Overhead.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that today. Normally I'd push with something else, but this dude was just, nah, I'm good, chief. Normally I'd sit there and I'd have no issue pushing, but that's the reason why I got the snake shots, man, because of people like that. I fell in love with these snake shots, because I look for the things that delete people.
Recon intel secure.
Couldn't give me a UAV, maybe? Look, and the ring ends up here. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Gas is inbound.
That's a huge play right there. So now that we know where the ring is going to end up at, I kind of want to go get a UAV. Just kind of find everybody around me, but I don't want to go to the lower ground because a lot of people might want to try to hit that buy station. But if I get the UAV, then I'm going to know. So let's go ahead and get the UAV. Plus I got the snake shots. Can't complain when you got the snake shots. Alright, let's find out where everybody's at. Where y'all hiding at?
UAV entering the AO.
Got a couple of people TV station. Looks like 2 respawns from the gulag are sitting up on top of the rooftop back here. Can't really push the guy on the rooftop, so I guess we're going down to the TV station maybe?
Bounty target identified. You're clear to engage.
Oh, I put it on the guy that was on the roof. Wow, that's actually kind of funny. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here because when he comes down because of that ring, which he will need to eventually, it's gonna bring him right to me. Like he's gonna be running for dear life, and he's gonna run right into me. So yeah, you sit in that gas if you want to. Yeah, I told you. That wasn't the bounty though. Where is he at? Looks like he hopped onto the rooftop. Got him. Dude was taking all that time hiding, man. I don't have time for all that, yo. You gotta go, Chief. See, that's why I don't really rush heavy anymore. I mean, I do rush heavy, but, you know, not dumb heavy. I'm not just gonna stick my head out there, because you get people who do that. I do have a gas mask, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up UAV real quick. Plus, the ring is right there. I'm not really tripping too much. Grab a UAV. We'll go ahead and use that one. Get another one.
UAV entering the AO.
So apparently there's a guy right on the bottom road. We'll go ahead and just deal with him real quick. I know exactly where he's at and where he's going, so hopefully I can run right into this guy real quick.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
37, yeah, he's right below me. There he is right there. Head and deal with him. Pop another one.
We need radar.
UAV entering the AO.
We got a couple of guys on the road over here. We'll go ahead and deal with these guys. Looks like he's below.
Final deployment is ready. The window's closing fast. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Be advised, UAV is for resupply. Got the drop bag inbound.
Got a guy on a truck. There was another guy back here. I'm assuming he's in the woods somewhere. So let me hurry up and get up into the woods because I don't want to get sniped. That's the only thing. The gulag is closed, so if somebody's sniping, I'm toast. Let me go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to stay up in the woods because if somebody's up here, I'm going to find them. Somebody's around here. Huh.
Gas is moving.
Where is everybody? Now the thing is, the woods is also in part of the ring, or the next ring, so I don't have to really trip too much. I heard the shot, but where is it coming from? Because I saw the stream, I just don't see who shot it. Let's go ahead and get down just a little bit. Oh, that's behind me at the... Hold on now. Wait a minute. Yeah, that was behind me. I want to see who that was and if they're still there. Okay, I see him.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
I'm not too bent on pushing that too much. This guy was up here, so I'm gonna try to find him real quick. Downed him.
We got gas moving in.
Need to go up there and get him.
Remaining. Keep it up.
Camping piece of garbage. Get that out of here, man.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Alright, hold on now.
Enemy precision airstrike. Get down.
Okay, so there's a guy above me and a guy below me, right?
Gas is moving.
Looks like he went to the other rooftop.
Only 5 remain. Finish your mission.
Oh my, you would be, dude. Really? I still had the heartbeat sensor out, man.
A wise teacher.
Still had the heartbeat sensor out, yo. That's crazy, man. That's why I don't like areas like this. Like, look at the way that these people were playing, man. Holy moly, yo. Look, dude got a proximity mine inside of the building. He doesn't want to do anything. Like, holy moly, man. That's bad. Alright, welcome back to the lab. So normally, I would easily try to go for a dub and then, you know, deliver some dub gameplay. But I wanted to keep this one as raw as possible to really see what the M13's alternative version is capable of. And to be honest with you, it's not bad. It really is not bad. I prefer the marksman over... I prefer my custom setup over this one. And that's mainly because of the bullet velocity. There were a couple of times when shooting the weapon that I noticed for sure that some bullets should have landed, but they didn't because of the bullet velocity. And little small differences like that can make a huge difference. Bullet velocity is probably the most important thing inside of Warzone outside of, you know, your recoil and how you play. But the bullet velocity determines how fast that bullet is going to cross that map and get to that person. Which is why I try to get as much bullet velocity out of the weapon as possible without, you know, really hindering the weapon. This setup is not bad. If you feel like recoil is kind of a big issue and you want to be as accurate as possible, then this is probably most likely going to be the build for you. However, I would tweak it just a little bit. I'd probably get rid of the commando foregrip, stick on the marksman, and stick on the monolithic suppressor, because the only real thing that increases your target acquisition is the mini reflex reflex sight. Outside of that, the commando foregrip is even though it does reduce the idle sway, this weapon already has very minimal idle sway to begin with, and with the marksman bro, you basically have none. So like I said, this build is definitely, you can run it. It's not a bad build. However, I do prefer my custom build over it, and if I were to change anything on the custom build to make it as accurate as possible, I'd probably just get rid of the tac laser and slap on the mini reflex. So without further ado, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not part of the community already, as we do love having new people. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.